Hello. So I'm back up here again. Look, easiest place to record and not feel like a weirdo. So straight to it. The business. That's what you guys are mostly saying you want to hear about. So quite a long story. Let's go from the beginning and do it properly, and then I won't talk about it again. It was about a year or so's planning from leaving, from being in the UK to leaving, and obviously making a decision that we're going to leave and sell up and come to Thailand to start a life and a business. My business in the UK was in Legionella and water hygiene. That probably most of you will say, "What's that?" Yeah, so I won't talk too much about that at the moment. I've been doing that for 10 years, but previously to that, when I left school, I was really mostly interested in food. I trained as a chef, worked as a chef. Up until I was like 20, 21, I went up into management roles until the point I was just like, why am I doing this? It's horrible. I want to have the weekends. As someone that enjoys football, I want the weekends and I want more life. So yeah, I left that, and then I did the 10 years in the Legionella water hygiene industry. And that's up until the point basically of moving to Thailand. So coming here, that's what I wanted to go back to. I wanted to go back to something that I loved doing. Even though I hadn't been in that industry for 10 years, I always paid attention to it and enjoyed that industry, enjoyed food, enjoyed cooking at home a lot. So it was something I wanted to do and go back to when setting up here with the funds that I'd made from selling the UK business. So before leaving the UK, my ideas of what I wanted to do here was basically create some sort of food brand. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but a lot of you will know in Thailand and Bangkok especially, there's a million malls here, right? More malls than you've probably ever seen. And in those malls, there's so many brands of food and drink. And now it's just crazy, like what I've seen over the last 2 years. There's so many that come and go, but also brands that have been there for a very long time. And they sort of focus, there's so many drinks, I'm surprised how many drink brands there are, but these snack or bakery or sweet desserts or whatever they specialize in, I think they mostly focus on their branding and marketing. I think they pay more attention to their branding and marketing more than the food or drink product themselves. So yeah, my idea was that I wanted to do something like that, that didn't exist already, and just focus on something that you can grow, create multiple locations in malls or around malls, that type of business, that could possibly become a franchise as well. One of the main ideas that I had was regarding doing chips or fries with like thick milkshakes, like what we'd think of in the UK or the West as like a McDonald's type milkshake, thick ice cream type milkshakes. And I wanted to create a premium product with that, like with good chips, good fries that don't really exist here in Thailand. The only real competitor is Potato Corner. That's the one I've seen the most here. Which is a brand in all the central malls, but also in other places as well, which I think is pretty shit. It's just like basic frozen fries with powdered seasoning on. But yeah. Sorry to the grandson of Central, who actually they own that business. It's owned by the same family as the owner of Central Mall, which is the biggest mall group here. So that kind of brand idea was the main thing in my head, and there were some others too. We got to Thailand, and the first thing, I mean, you spend some time, you travel around, where do you want to live, blah blah blah. Business-wise, the first thing I wanted to do was actually look at that business, look at the potato business. I went looking at potatoes actually, which is quite funny. I looked at what you can get in Thailand, obviously not the best climate for growing potatoes, and what you can import in terms of raw potatoes or frozen products from other countries. that are making decent fries or chips, and they're sending them here as frozen product. So I was getting on with this, looking at potatoes, looking at other businesses and brands, and just doing loads of research. Generally sort of enjoying that, but it was quickly apparent that I needed to find a location to start working from, to do stuff from, to practice from, and do research with products. So I looked for a shop or a building or somewhere I could start from. Found something close to where I took a condo in Bangkok. So I took a condo, I rented a shop on a lease for 3 years, and found a lawyer who was going to set up the limited company, which allowed me to have all the legal things here, which is a foreigner can own 49% of the shares of the company, and help me with the process of the visa and the work permit and all the bits in between that you need for all of that. So yeah, I got the lawyer working on that. I took this building on a 3-year lease, and started to do some work on this building. The building I got was in pretty poor condition, but a good rent. So we took it and started working on it to make it look more like it was suitable for this. At the same time, I decided that I wanted to put a small restaurant into this building. I'd found a Thai food product, which was going to be predominantly to serve Thai people, that I wanted to put on the sort of first and second floor of this building. The building had 4 floors, of which we were renovating all of them to make it suitable for the business in the future, to be able to do research, have an office, have kitchen, storage, etc. So yeah, I got on with that. We spent a load of money on this building, opened this restaurant selling this Thai food product that I really liked, which was noodles with slow cooked pork bones. It's a really good product, but yeah, I'm not going to get too much into that. So yeah, spent loads of money on that, got that going, and that's the point where my marriage sort of took a turn for the worse, and then eventually led to divorce. I kept the business, that restaurant business, going for a while, but it was running at a loss. I was kind of hoping to sort of bring back my initial plan, where I wanted to go with it, but the sort of emotions of divorce and going through all of that over a period, and the losses of money sort of, I think, left me mentally not in the right place to carry on with the original plan that I had coming from the UK and what I set out to do. So yeah, after a period, I eventually stopped that restaurant, just to take some time to chill and think, where do I go from here? You know, over time, and as things happen in your life, your feeling about the things that you might have planned to do change, and I didn't really have that enthusiasm or confidence to carry on as what I started. So I shut the restaurant. Obviously I'd spent loads of money on this building, I'd spent loads of money on staff and stuff over that period of opening up, and just left the building still for a while. I did start another little business in that time, which was like donuts. Like in the UK we'd consider them like seaside donuts, fried cake donuts, and did that at night markets. Just something, I don't know, just again silly off the cuff decisions where you think, oh, that sounds fun, that doesn't exist here, I like that. And you know, being a boy, probably too excited to buy a donut machine. So yeah, I ran that for a little while. It was okay. I needed to stick at it, probably put a load more effort into it to create something from it, but I couldn't be bothered, so I kind of like stopped that. The building that I still obviously had on lease, then created a takeaway coffee place from that, rather than it just sitting there. So just did a small amount of work, created like a coffee shop takeaway thing, and I also rented out some spaces in the building to other businesses that wanted to use it for like cloud or grab kitchens. So it was alright. I wasn't losing so much money on that then. And now I've got to the point where I've actually agreed with someone we've been working with that they're going to buy the lease over. They're going to take the lease on, and I get to sell a load of the stuff that I've put into the building over that initial period. So all of that I've just gone through is what happened in the last 2 years up to this point. Now I have a small motorbike rental business, and I'm returning to what I did in the UK, which is water hygiene, Legionella business. I'm linked up with some people in this region of the world, and I'm redoing that, I'm restarting that, which is probably a better decision than something that I haven't been involved with for a long time. Going back to something that I know more recently how to do, and is a lot more of a rare industry than food and beverage. So yeah, that is the story of how I lost that much money by moving to Thailand and starting a business. Yeah, I would say personally I'm just someone that loves business. Other than travel, I would say it's probably my main passion. I just enjoy looking at it and thinking about it constantly. My brain doesn't seem to switch off from it. I'm one of them people that no matter where you are or what you're doing, I'm just interested in thinking about opportunities. And kind of why I'm doing this really, you know, like TikTok in a way, and sharing my story like this, creating a profile is an opportunity and something I want to build on. And I think something that in 2026 that a lot of us, especially people that are interested in business, should consider. It's only been 2 or 3 days with this profile, and there's been lots of you connecting, following along, commenting and sending me a message, which I really like. I want to hear from as many people as possible and make connections with you guys. Tell me what you're doing, what do you want to do? You know, what's the interest in this? Are you interested in moving to Thailand? Are you wanting to start a business in Thailand? Are you just interested to see how someone lost a load of money? But yeah, connect with me and send me a message. I'm especially interested to talk to people about what they're doing, what they want to do for business. Right, so this has been a few videos now where it's just my face talking to a camera, which I don't really like anyway. But so for the next one, I'm gonna get on my bike and take you to the shop that I leased and did all this work to, where these businesses were based. I will take you around that and show you that, and I'll start to maybe give some more information to people that are interested about setting up a company here and what you need to do, how that works. Yeah, but also feel free to drop me a message if you do have any questions about it. Yeah, so please keep engaging, sending me messages and following along, and I will see you in the next video. Yo guys, I just want to add something extra to this video as I'm like putting it together and just watching it back before I post it. It's like how serious and quite boring it comes across really to me, and obviously having to make it sit and think about everything that happened and try and sum up quickly into a short video. But yeah, from now on, like these videos, I'm going to try and make them a bit more fun and a bit more happy, and try and involve people's questions a bit more. So yeah, cool, that's it, thanks, see you.